Keep on going. I told you, it's weird to be on the other side and talking. And I interview the people, and it's fun to be on the other side as well. It feels good for me. So thank you for having me. First of all, I appreciate you.
Yeah, because I'm not finished. So what I'm
Keep
saying.
going.
So, thank you, brother, for joining my interview. I feel like I kind of annoying. Like I always ask you, like this room or your schedule, but actually tonight it's the youth is the future.
Yeah. Close moment, yeah.
Ceremony.
Yeah.
So the first thing I would like to ask, how was you felt about that? Because I feel like so crazy, like you are management and stuff, just next to you to watch you, like you do multitasks, which is crazy. And also you still stay till 9 and drink with the guys. How you manage it, this all of stuffs?
I don't know. No, I do know.
How many times have you been here?
Here?
Yeah.
I think
Camp.
the first time I was here, it was actually in this place, but it used to be the camp of Catch the Flava. Do you know Catch the Flava?
Yeah, but I think it's like more than 4 years ago.
Yeah, they stopped after COVID. During COVID, it was cancelled, and then after that, they didn't do it again. But I was there, part of Catch the Flava. The first year, I remember I arrived at Catch the Flava. I paid myself everything. I just came here. I wanted to experience, to be part of the camp and everything, and I kind of got to connect with the people who were doing it, which was Polski Flavor, Jarko, Kleju, Greku, Chuchu, the whole crew. And then from that moment, like we kind of connected with them, and they felt my vibe, I felt their vibe. We like really became friends, a family. And then from that year on, they kind of like invited me back every year, because they kind of also felt I brought something to the table, more than just being and receiving, but also giving a lot. And then from little things evolved other things. I ended up, for example, hosting a lot of Catch the Flava side activities, like, for example, the panel discussions at Catch the Flava. I used to do them, which was really great, with great teachers, so many great names that were there. A lot of pressure, but I loved doing that. And through that process, I learned. And next on, I got connected with MG, MK, the whole family behind the Legends Blast and Outbreak Europe. And now it's the future. I was there last year too. And this year I came from the beginning till the end. And it's how I feel about it is, it's really, I love it. I love to do it. I love to be part of it and to elevate the culture as much as possible by really being present and connecting with people and sharing and all of that. Like everything that happens here is just incredible. Yeah, that's actually how it started, and I'm thankful for all the opportunities that they gave and giving a platform. And now I feel more comfortable in really being myself and doing what I like to do the most is kind of everything.
But talk about MC, so starts from the Catch the Flavor?
No, actually, same time as I started breaking around 2002. I had a brother who also had a rap group. I used to be really young and be around them, and they used to rap. So I used to always also MC, like really rap, write lyrics, and try to record some songs. I always wanted to also be an MC, but then breaking kind of took over. I used to always organize small jams in my city, and with no money, just jams for people to come together. And then
Ghent city?
Yeah, in Ghent, in Belgium. And I used to organize kind of camps and everything, and I used to host them always. Hosting for me was always something natural. It was never meant to be an activity, a job that I do or something that I really actively do. It just happened so organically. It evolved with time, and it's weird because I don't know how it actually kind of happened that I'm hosting a lot of events.
It's hard to say like there's specifically like moments or timing or turning points that you turn to be an MC, right?
Yeah. And I don't like people to think I'm an MC or a host.
So that's why I would like to have you the self-introduction, because I would like to more people know about who you are, not just an MC, right? So could you have like self-introduction for people?
So I immigrated as a kid from Albania to Belgium.
Yeah.
Was 8 years old. And then in school, I kind of got in touch with breaking and the hip hop culture. And that became kind of my, I would say, my way of integrating into the society, which was the Western society, Belgium. Albania is kind of different, the language barrier. And that was the only place where I could feel really being myself fully, because I couldn't speak the language yet, but breaking or hip hop culture was a language which I felt I would be able to speak. So that became kind of my way of really feeling home. And through that, then everything evolves. I just loved competing at some point as well. But when I realized as well that competition is also has its own roof or limits, then I really decided like I need to reinvent myself constantly in new things. So I really went in different ways, different paths to develop myself. I try to not think too much of what I've done, because I really feel like my potential hasn't been reached yet. So I try to really be present as much as possible and just create, just do as much as I can. So I really, at some point, really decided to kind of kill my ego in a way. Like, I don't care what I achieve, what I do. Everything I do is left behind in the past. It's something that can make me feel like, wow, super proud of myself. Look what I did. Look what I did. You should respect me, or you should give me the place or the spot. No, actually, I think every day I should be doing things, being active, being present, creating, because everything that is being created is left and past and is not anymore here. So even this for me is like part of like that, like to keep doing every day, to advance, to grow, to build, without thinking what I did. So it's always, the question is interesting as well, to go back and see like, hey, who are you? But actually I don't really know. It's because it's always in progress. It's always changing.
Yes.
We are not that person anymore. We are not what we did. We are what we do. You know, it's not what we did. It's not the trophies. It's not the wins. It's not the achievements. It's not me hosting so many events that make me who I am today. Is just like constantly like really doing it and trying to create nonstop. So it's, that's, I think that makes it maybe a bit why I'm a bit like in the shadow or somehow sometimes that way, but I like it. I really love it. It's nice to kind of like just not kind of care about it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. Damn, I just, I don't know how to say in English, like a bump groups.
Oh yeah,
How to say?
Goosebumps?
Goosebumps. Yeah, because I feel like, what you say makes me love you even more. But but I never told you before. You are the person like makes me feel what hip hop community mean it is. During the 2018, it's my first time met you, and that time I went to Belgium is for Battle of the Year with my crew, Top Coalition.
Yep.
And during that time, my crew are back to Taiwan because we have spent time with the 2 weeks, and last 2 weeks I solo travel in Europe. I want to explore more because it's my first time ever to being in the Europe, so I want to explore as much as I can. So I found the Gens have the studio called Together We Stand.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I just randomly sent a message, so just get in touch with you guys in Karin. And I went there for session, and also you brought me to see whole the studio. Still, my memory still vividly.
Dope.
Actually, I'm not a really good memory person, but that experience really impacted me. See like the wall through downstairs have the hip hop in one word.
Oh yeah.
It still exists?
Yeah, still exists.
I feel like
You know what's funny about that wall? It's in Together We Stand as a community center in Belgium, started by Kareem and Sam, and I was part of it always in building. And that the hip hop in one word actually was, I tried to film a documentary with it, and I was filming people and asked the question what it means, hip hop in one word to them. And people would throw words like love, connection, respect, unity, fun, creation, whatever came up in their mind. And it was dope because I really started having all these different faces, very portrait, filling them. And then when you put all these words after each other, you see all these perspectives. And I made a video of that as well. And I wanted to do as well a documentary on it, but you know how much time that takes. And me as a person who likes to jump on all kinds of things, create a lot, but as well I have so much that is there that is not finished. So I'm also that kind of person. Should change that. I changed it now. I create more now. I try to drop it all there. But then I decided to make a wall of that in the center. So I decided from the video concept, I said I also want a wall.
Yeah.
So there's 2 graphers, Baska and Motor One, from Germany, high-level graffiti artists.
Okay.
Baska also has a community center in Karlsruhe in Germany. It's called Team Combo. And I called them because I have a good connection with them, and they decided to come to Together We Stand and change the whole visual of the building. They started graphing the entrance, the wall in the training spot, but also that small room. I said, yo, you know what I want here? Just hip hop in one word with a question mark. And everybody who visits the spot can go in that room and tag the word. So it's like a full tag, you remember? It's like,
yeah.
So that's the dope, that you like that one, but that's like, there is a backstory behind it, because I wanted to research for myself what hip hop really means to people and why. And I was seeking knowledge. I still do, but that moment was for me really rich, and it started in Catch the Flava too. With all the teachers, with all the people being here. So, even now, for example, I also interview people because of that. That was my starting process of trying to question people. And also with the panel discussions, it got me in a place where I'm actually learning a lot, because I'm questioning people and they are answering. And like this, actually, I got so much knowledge. And actually, this is the place where you are at right now, where you really receive a lot of knowledge too. And it's a dope place to be at.
I also remember when went to the second floor, you explained me like you guys want to made it like hip hop school.
Yes.
Not just only like dance class, also with the knowledge. So this really inspired me, because I never saw like in Taiwan. Not sure in Taiwan, but in my experience, I not sure saw like many people doing that.
What's funny is because I think it was 2012 that we went to R16 Korea with the crew back then.
With the Teens Meta?
Yeah, and we went to Jinjo Crew Studios. That's where we saw for the first time how a crew studio looks like, and they had an amazing place. Sam and Kareem really got inspired. We all got inspired by a place, and we really wanted to have also a place like that, so that we can have a home where we can practice, where we can feel really like this is our place, this is our safe zone, this is where we train, this is where we live the lifestyle. And I really hope and wish everybody in every country builds something like that. It is not easy to do it though, because it takes a lot of energy to find fundings and whatever comes with it. But once it's there, it's worth it. It's really worth it.
It takes time, be patient, right?
Yeah. Actually, at some point, I entered into theater, and I started this piece with a choreographer called Amala Dianor.
It's French, right?
Yeah, French. I was battle bad in Paris, and the choreographer sends me a message, hey, I would like to come and watch. I'm like, cool, come and watch. He was there, and then I was outside talking to him, and he said, look, I have a piece that I'm creating. And he started dropping the names of the people that are in this piece. He said, I'm going to work with Gabin from Actual Force. I'm going to work with Brahim Bouchlaghem. I'm going to work with Link Bink from Paris, Mufasa. I'm going to work with TS. And we're looking still for another dancer who is active in the battle scene. And we're looking for you. I said, yes. Because the names he drops, legendary names. I mean, if you're a B-boy and you know Gabin, you know TS, you know Brahim Bouchlaghem, you know Link, you know Mufasa, then for me it was like, yes. And then that's how I entered in the theater circuit, I would say, or theater world. And I stayed in it for like 5 years. Then I moved on to Brahim Bouchlaghem, because Brahim Bouchlaghem has also his own company of creation of theaters. And then we created a few pieces like Usur. So yeah, that part was interesting too. And it was an interesting part of my journey as well, to go into totally a different world of, and that's also how it stopped a bit with me battling, because I spent a lot of time in touring around with theater. That was a great time as well, because of course I was earning as well through that, so I was having a better life than I used to. And at some point I got injured very bad.
Oh,
and,
where?
My groin.
Okay.
So I had to have a surgery, and then I had to recover long. And
when?
2019. Yeah, 2019.
Does that impact your breaking?
Yeah.
Till now, right?
Everything stopped after that for me.
Oh.
It's like, and it's not bad, because after one thing, 2019, then 2020, and then COVID happened, and then there's nothing, and then so on, and then so on. So during that time, I was recovering and not training so much. And then I transitioned into the Olympics, because I was also the national coach of the team Belgium.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And I did that whole process, traveled a lot as well with the team and do all the qualifications around the world. So I was actually focusing and giving my energy to the dancers, help them grow and move forward and do good in all these competitions. So as well, so 2019 kept going till the Olympics in Paris. And since then, I didn't compete. Here and there, I did compete a few times. I did a battle with Mighty Jim in Greece. We won. I did a battle with Cis in Belgium. We also won. So I pick and choose sometimes to battle, but I don't practice, I don't find the motivation to really practice. But I do break. I love breaking. I love getting down. Even today at the closing ceremony, I did a round.
Your signature still got it.
But yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna lose it. Yeah. It's in me.
Especially your shape, your speedy, still, sharpness.
It's just it's a different thing to like be like about the lifestyle or practice for certain goals in competition. And I don't think I have any goals anymore. I don't put any goals for myself. I have different goals now. It's more goals like passing on, elevating, supporting the others, teaching, coaching, organizing, creating platforms where people can stand on. That's a bit my vision for the future, and hopefully I can proceed on that. I give myself 3 years to build things. And if things don't work out, probably I'm going to move on to other things in life.
Yeah.
Because I'm also like a dad now. I have 2 kids, and it takes a lot of time and energy investment into this, where there is sometimes not that much of a return when it comes to, like making a living, because we all have to make a living in the end of the day. But the return that comes is way more than that in the end, because it's all about the soul filling, the soul is being filled. It's amazing what happens actually in the culture constantly.
Yeah, definitely. Because we have a different stage of life, right? But it's hard at that moment to switch the role to make the decision, because like you are so competitive back then. So
it was tough.
It was struggling, like self-doubt, something like mental.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was, because I still miss it sometimes. I'm still like, oh fuck, did I fulfill everything I wanted to as a B-boy in the breaking scene? I still feel like maybe I have to come back for a certain battle or certain things. Because I'm still heated. I'm still inside of me. I'm like, I would battle anyone. I don't care. I'm just like that. It's like my energy is just like that. I can be really upfront. I'm not scared of nothing. And I love that. But of course, you need practice as well. You need to be able to deliver. And that takes practice.
Yeah.
And that discipline for the practice, I think I put in other things, in other priorities in life, which now became hosting, coaching, teaching, organizing. It takes a lot of energy. And then you don't have any energy left to go to practice.
Yeah. Not easy, but yeah, I think that moment, the turning point is always hard.
But then again, it's interesting, like I said before, competition is also very ego-centric, and winning, or battling to win. There is more battles going on. It's important to me. I'm happy now, for example, that I kind of like transitioned, because I feel really way more relieved and way more in my place than I used to be when I was battling. I feel way more in my place as a person. And I feel way more in my value. And I like to be put in my value. And if you put me in a battlefield, I feel like I can do it, but it's like I don't want to do it actually. And if I do it, I need to have really a strong why, like a strong reason of why I'm battling for.
Yes.
It's different for me. I was battling, or I was breaking to survive, like to really overcome myself. And at some point I did it. I'm like, I don't need it anymore. I don't need any titles. I don't need anything. I never battled actually for title, for winning. I battled for battling. To be able to give that, to transform that energy, put it into it. And I didn't care what the judges said or did. I always believed breaking is unjudgeable.
Yeah.
And some people might think like, yeah, it is judgeable. You can judge it by the body, mind, soul approach, and technique, and creativity, and execution, and musicality, and so on and so on. Yes, you can that way, but still in the end it's unjudgeable. There is a level of what we feel that is almost not measurable. You cannot measure it, because it's energies.
It's individual, it's art.
Also, it's individual, but it's also arts. But at the same time, no, it's more than all of that. Even, even I'm not also crazy into art. It's to me, it's more almost like it. Yeah, it's hard to put in words. It is just it. I like to say it's it. What is it? I don't know. Whatever it is, whatever you want it to be. And if you think it's this, well, no, that's not it, because this is it. It is actually something else. And it might sound super weird, people might not understand it, but so be it. It's just way beyond moves, way beyond music, way beyond creativity, way beyond everything. And it's crazy, maybe I'm going too deep into this, but this is life for me. Like, I like to, so that's the way I battle sometimes. Of course I use moves, but the energy that you have to put in has to be just more than the moves. Everybody can do moves. Everybody can be creative. Everybody can execute. everybody can be musical if you put in the work, but not everybody is able to really bring to the stage who you are. That pure, authentic energy. Not everybody is able to do that. Why? Because we're always confronted with that pressure, with that reality of like, oh no, people will judge me. What will they say about me? What will they think about me? Will I lose? Will I win? Will I be able to this, that? There's so much things going on, and at some point I really decided for me, none of it matters. If I lose first round, fine. If I don't qualify, fine. As long as I am able to express what I have within me in that moment, it counts for me as a win.
Yeah, even though it sounds very easy, right? Just being yourself, but it's really, really difficult to really do that, especially in the major events, competitions, jams, because I think like everybody want to prove themselves, so yeah, totally relates.
Everybody's going through something, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
Everybody is battling, everybody is growing, everybody is trying to seek, and I wish and hope that everybody finds whatever they're seeking for. And even for myself, I hope and I find whatever I keep on seeking for. And I always seek growth. And I keep going, I keep growing. That's why I say infinite source of growth, constantly growth. Like to not limit yourself and say like, now I am this or that. Well, you are today, but can you be that tomorrow? Can you be that after tomorrow? And time goes fast. I cannot always be this guy today. Maybe I will look at this in 10 years and say, whoa, where were you? I will be somebody different. Of course, this is part of who I will become, and everything that I did is part of who I became. But it's not the same, it evolves. And this is something which I love, actually. I love.
Yeah, respect. So what's your perspective about nowadays breaking scene, and how about the future? After Olympics, did you think that changed something, especially for the youth, for the next generation? You got a lot of experience. So yeah, how do you think about that?
If I remember right, I do believe there is always eras in the timeline. And now, moving on to an era where we have, let's say, an overexposure of events, a lot of events.
Yeah.
With even the Olympics and the whole WDSF circuit. And then going back now, feel like everybody wants to take back control of the scene and are organizing new events. Everybody's pushing as well all these old events again. And that's great. I do believe it's great. But I also do believe the whole scene is in a chaos. It's kind of overexposed. There's too much light on it, and when there is too much light, you don't see it anymore. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you take a picture and you overexposure the picture. Well, you don't see what picture you took because there's too much light.
Yeah.
It's overlightened, and that's what I feel right now. But then it's okay.
But it's kind of, I don't know how to say in English correctly, it's kind of like a paradox, like a conflict, because we need the support maybe from the government or the brand to founding to support the scene. But like you say, when so many sources get involved with the scene, and which means this got exposed very much, right?
Because it's a free culture, everybody does and can do whatever they want. Everybody can have a perspective of creating their own jam. If you don't like this jam, create your own. If you don't like the Olympics, well, you have your own, create your own. So I like it. Everything should be there. It's part of growth and innovation in the future. we need a better structure, I believe, into planning our years, or into having our events shining correctly. So it's like, I think it will take time, but the organizers, the people who are involved collectively, the breaking scene, the dancers, the B-boys, the B-girls, whoever, kind of everybody needs to kind of be involved into that to do better, to really do better. I do believe that not everybody does enough their best. There's too much egos running around in the world, in the breaking scene. And that exactly is the issue why things don't progress, or why things don't coexist sometimes, or why things are conflicting with one another. And again, it's just part of this process, because maybe in the future it will be better. And to me, I really hope that at some point kind of still comes to a golden era.
It's kind of like a cycle.
And it's now actually, it's happening.
Yeah.
Because I do feel it's really getting there. It's shaping to a golden era. Because look, man, there's the scene now. Like it's amazing. I do believe.
Yes.
Gotta give really a shout out to everybody, because it healed well after the Olympics. Why do I say it healed well? Because the process of the Olympics was very, I would say, toxic.
Toxic?
Yeah. Because competition is toxic.
Yes, yes.
Sports is toxic. It's about the best and only the best. And everybody else, you're not the best. You know what I mean? And in the breaking culture, it's everybody can be the best in their own way. You know? You can win the trophy, fine, you win it, but still there is the guy who did the best round, or the guy who was the most creative, who will be remembered by a certain amount of people because he inspired. I remember as a young kid coming up, watching battles, sometimes it's not necessarily the winner who stayed in my mind. It was that one guy who lost maybe in the top 16, but the way he did it, I was like, damn, he didn't go through.
Yeah, it's true.
And because he didn't go through, I didn't care what the rest was willing to do, and didn't care who won. Yeah. We're like superheroes, you know, like, and that's the differences makes breaking and makes breaking so unique. And that's why I say the journey to Olympics was very toxic, because it brought that division into the scene. When I was traveling, let's say with Belgium team, I felt hurt a lot, because I'm a connector. I'm a vibe creator, meaning I want to vibe with everybody. And it felt like it was very formal, like we say hello and then you go with your own people. And then it was very groups, and there was definitely no connection.
Yeah, I know that you can even talk with the judges, like connect with, like everybody has, I don't know how to say, like a protection.
Yeah, it's like very divided in walls, in this, and there is zero collectiveness, there is zero community existing in that process. And to me, that's why I say it was toxic. And I wish it was different, but then on the other hand, I'm intelligent enough, and I say that about myself, to understand why it's needed. And I'm fine with it, because I was part of it. But at the same time, I dare also to say that it was toxic. And I do still believe it was toxic. For the culture, for the scene, for the breaking scene. Did we gain a lot from it? Yes. Everybody gained a lot from it. The winners, the travels, because on the side, we kind of still found a way to build that community. Because there's some people there still I still found a way to connect with the people that I connect. Yeah. So, but still, during that competition, it was very cold.
Like you said, because of competition, Olympics, I think it totally the change for the youth, their approach of breaking, kind of like a conflict. Because when got the benefits of it, like competition, Olympic, we got opportunity to fly to another countries or get more opportunity
And
like
that's great.
living with it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we feel like these kind of things are toxic. Sometimes hard to deal with it. Like I feel like guilty. I don't know if you have this kind of feeling. I don't know how to say it.
Guilt
is
I don't feel. Yeah. No regrets, never.
Yeah.
Like in whatever I do, zero regrets, never. Tried it. We didn't know what was about, how it was to evolve. Nobody knew. Nobody had the magic ball to say, look, it's going to be like this, like that. No, everything had to be created from scratch and fast. You know what happens when you try to do things fast? It collapses.
Yes.
So if you try to build this building where we're standing on super fast, well, it will collapse. You can't. Things need time. The foundations need time to be strong and settled. It needs to dry. It needs to. If you pour concrete, you know, it needs its time so that the building stands strong. You know, and this is the issue. It had to happen fast. And whose fault is? Nobody's fault.
Yes.
It's just we weren't ready.
Yeah.
And I say we is collectively, the whole scene, the whole culture.
Yeah.
Everybody is responsible.
Yeah.
Everybody, every single person who's part of the culture is responsible.
Yeah, I agree. There's no certain person.
Yeah. If you agree, if you disagree, why weren't you stepping forward? Step forward. Put in the work then. That is needed. If you believe you can do it better, put in the work. It's easier to point fingers and to say, look, that was bad, that was wrong. It's easy. And I'm one of them. I like to criticize, but I criticize like to build. I like to criticize things. But now I'm like more like I stopped criticizing. Like it's something which I loved. I used to love to do it, but and I laugh because I really loved doing it, criticizing things. But there was one time, and it was actually at the terrace down there. It was during Catch the Flava. I was discussing with Tyrone from the Notorious IBE. And I was really discussing with him. I was trying to put my passion and vision and say, look, but yeah, we can do better by this, by that. But no, it cannot be like this because like this and that. And I was really, overwhelming him probably. And I'm sorry, Tyrone, if I did. But he said something because he was fed up maybe with me being so, I don't know, maybe negative or maybe just like pushy. He said, look, if you don't like how the things are going, well, create your things, do your things.
Yes.
And it clicked me. I was like, oh yeah, okay, fair enough. I had nothing to say anymore. And it's good. That's what I really also pass on. I'm like, if you don't like it, do your thing. Show it to us that you can do it. And I took it from that moment. I said, like, yeah, I'll remind myself. If I don't like something, I don't like it. And it can and it should coexist. It's fine. Because everybody is in their own timeline of life. Whether, like I said, whether you're a beginner or a pro or the first generation of hip-hop culture, everybody is in their own timeline. Nobody can be synchronized, understanding everything the same, being on the same page. It's impossible. It needs to all kind of like have these connections. And I like to kind of understand, like, okay, if you're a beginner, fine, take your time. If you're a pro, I'm like, okay, I need to learn from you. Or if you're somebody with experience, I know, personally, I know my position, when to be what or who. I've learned to know my position and still learning to do that. It's constantly that, actually. It's being very empathic, having empathy to understand, to feel like, okay, it's interesting to think about it and to talk about it.
Yes. I'm just thinking what you're saying while we are talking, I kind of like a reflection and something that I never thought about that before, but that's super inspiring, and I think it's worth it to see and dive that deeper and see the beyond the competition itself. I think that's really important. Yeah. So I don't want to spend too much of your time because you know it's too late.
We can keep on going. I told you, we can connect on this.
Yeah. So
I don't mind because it's weird to be on the other side and talking. And I interview the people, and it's fun to be on the other side as well.
Yeah,
it feels
yeah,
good
yeah.
for me. So thank you for having me. First of all, I appreciate you.
yeah, because I'm not finished. Like, so what I'm
Keep
saying. So now I'm here in Ghent City, Belgium. And now
City.
we are together with Gent. And the reason I'm here because our interview in the Slovakia that we lost half of it. So that's why I'm here, because I would like to finish and I would like to have the full content for guys, because since I released the first reel with you, I think we got a lot of comments and the feedbacks. I'm not sure about you, but for me, I didn't expect like so many comments or message from it. So it's so interesting. But for me, I think it's meant to be. I can be here because I lost half of it. For me, it's kind of like back to my home, because it's my last time here. It was 7 years ago, and it was my first Europe trip here, because I visited this hip hop school. For me, it was kind of like my life turning point. Like, I would like to dig more deeper about the hip hop culture because I saw this environment.
So 7 years ago,
Yeah, it
you
was
came here. I remember very well. You visited this place, and now it's dope that it's a full circle moment. You know?
Yeah, full circle
Now we're here
moment.
back 7 years later. Nothing has changed. The building is still here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sam and Kareem and everybody who started this as well.
Yes.
And to the young generation who keep this spot alive because they practice, train. We're in the bar, huh? In the bar of the building. Together we stand.
Yeah, so big shout out to the guys. And I think if guys, you are in the Belgium, please, you have to visit this amazing place. I think you will get lots of inspiration. It's super dope and super happy to be back. So let's talk about, since I picked a really sensitive and controversial section of the video. So how you think about it?
What I shared, it was regarding the Olympics. People started commenting and all that, and also really feeling, most of the people were feeling it like, okay. And I said a few things which were very, I would say, related to breaking and what I felt about the process of the Olympics. And I said, like, it was a toxic journey. And then, of course, there are some controversial comments in it, because then I said as well, because competition in sports is toxic. I do not believe that sports in general are toxic. Breaking, becoming a framed as a sport, that's what made it a bit toxic, in my opinion. And I was part of the process of the journey from the beginning. And I was following it closely. I was traveling a lot with Belgium, and I was being part of all the competitions that were organized. And just in the end, my reflection is very honest and no regrets, but as well no regrets of being part of the journey, because I do believe, again, it brought a lot of opportunities for the scene, for the dancers, for the B-boys, for the B-girls, for the DJs, for the MCs, for the organizers, even though the organization was a bit fast. And that's what I do believe. If things happen fast, you forget a few important points, and the translation of the culture was not made correctly. And that's what I believe, because it kind of left behind a bit the art form that we really truly represent, which is hip-hop culture, which is breaking. And it became this sporty, pressured, kind of pushy, like it didn't have that much connection. It divided a bit the scene, and and I'm happy that we're back to culture now, to be honest, because it feels really a relief, because now we have it back in our own hands, and that's how it feels as well worldwide. We've had some amazing events in these past months here in Europe, like the Legends Blast, like IBE just past weekend. UK Champs is coming this weekend. So we've had some amazing cultural events coming back. Especially IBE was really amazing to be back there, and the focus was not really competition, but it was celebration. It was really getting together. The diversity was clearly there, different styles, different approaches, people just having a good time, and all of that. But to me, yeah, no regrets to what I said. And talking about no regrets, I have another gift for you.
Oh,
From James Brown.
Damn, brother.
Regrets, and to me, never, no regrets.
Yes.
Every decision I make, every step I take, it's always with a purpose. And to me, purpose is one of the most important things. I live purposefully, and I truly as well live with a why I'm doing this in the first place. This is to remind myself always why I started this in the first place. And why I started it is because I love hip hop culture. I love breaking. I love the music. I love everything around it. And I try to really elevate the culture in its purest art form. And this is why I always then, as well, why I said it was toxic. Because I love to see the culture in its purest form being represented. And it wasn't. Yeah, so this is a gift for you.
Thank you, brother. Thanks. You know, that's what I so much admire B-Boy Admir. Damn, but wow. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate it. And I would like to, let's talk about more deeper about what mean for you back to the culture. And also, do you think that sporty things still impact nowadays, even like events or jam, that you think that things still, you know, happens even though not in the sporting events, but still?
So back to the culture one, to me is back to the people who represent this. So the people who practice, the people who are DJing, who are MCing, who are graffitiing, who are breaking, the connection, the exchanges, the sharings, the talks, the behind the scenes things. So the living it actually, the living the lifestyle 24/7 to me is really back to the culture. It's about the people actually who are part of the culture. This is to me really, really important. But then on the other hand, I do believe everything should coexist. I do believe that the generation of today wants to compete, wants to do these competitions about measuring who's the best, and through battling, through these circuits that exist, like let's say the sporty events. And it's nice to have that too. But never forget where we come from and why we do it in the first place. And why we do it in the first place is to truly express ourselves, to truly find ourselves through this art form, and as well grow, grow mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually if you want to. So it's very important that we always remember the roots, remember where it comes from, New York, Bronx, why it started there. Remember the fundamentals. And when I say fundamentals is when you have fun in doing what you do, you mentally become free. It's a very important thing to go back to the foundations, to the basics, to the 1, 2, 3s and the ABCs, and to not forget the language that we speak, which is breaking, which is hip hop culture. And without language, there is no communication. So when we're lost in translation, we don't understand each other anymore. And this happened a bit in the past few years. We lost ourselves in translation because we didn't speak that culture anymore. It was divided. we spoke something else suddenly, which was very sporty, which was very competition based, which was very ego driven. I mean, ego will always be around. Of course, you want to be the best, you want to be the freshest, you want to be the dopest. So there's always going to be ego clashes, fine with that. But still, remember what this culture is all about. Keep it alive and represent it, no matter where we go, no matter what stage we go on. And this is my most important message, which I would love to share, is that you always remember why you do it in the first place, why you started in the first place. To not change for titles, or to not change for prize money, or to not change for gains. Gains meaning winning money or whatever, or fame or followers on the social media. It's not about that. It's really about finding your most authentic self and being able to express that authentic self. And if you can win with it, like Roxride would say, if you can authentically express yourself but as well win with it, that's the win-win. But if you win and then after winning you feel lost, or you feel like you're falling in a hole because you didn't represent your authentic self, then you did something wrong. So I do advise and I do share with people that it's most important that you really truly find your authentic self and be able to express your true self on that floor, wherever it is, whether it's breaking, DJing, MCing, organizing, teaching, coaching, mentoring, any of it. Whatever you're doing, you gotta have that part of culture in it. You gotta have that language of the hip-hop culture in it.
This is what I like to hear from you, and because I think lots of people think foundation is based on only movements, kind of like misunderstanding about the word foundation. So this is what I want to hear from you, like to tell like how important it is. For me, that totally agree with what you're saying. So that's why we need this information to
it's
let
important,
people
man.
know.
Yeah. Especially if you want to have a short-term career or a short-term life into breaking, you can go quick with it. You can have a super talent and really be able to do all the moves within a year or two. I've seen people learn quickly, and that's great. Athletic talent, but they fall off. Because why? Because they didn't understand the culture, because they didn't understand the art form, they didn't understand the music, or they didn't really connect to the music. They didn't love the culture first. And then again, you can still be athletic, talented, and learn all the moves, and later on understand about the culture. I've seen that happen too.
Yes.
But I started because I loved music first. I started because the MCs, the music, the hip-hop culture, the songs, I used to check documentaries. I have an amount of hip-hop books in my house. Like for me, it's that's what keeps me driven. And I wish everybody understood, and still, if it's never too late, understands.
Never too late.
Yeah, because the knowledge is out there. We're the culture with our OGs still being around us.
Yes, a lot of legends still alive.
They're around us. Go get the information, go talk to them, go get their workshop, go listen to what they have to say and try to get that information. Still until today, I connect with my OGs and try to really ask questions. It's amazing because I've had the honor to host with Mario B, with Ivan, with Amjad, with Max, with so many great hosts that were doing this before me. It's incredible because I really try to learn this craft as well from the people who were doing it. It's very important to really, really learn. And no matter how big or how famous you are in the scene, there's always space to do better. There is always space to progress. There's always space to evolve. We need more growth mindset to grow, really, instead of already knowing it, I don't know everything. Truly don't. Like, every day I try to understand more and better, and so that I can grow myself first.
Yeah.
Because I always truly believe if I feel good myself, then I can share it. But also, I don't like to share before I understand something myself, you know what I mean? Understanding comes with knowledge, you know?
Yeah. So knowledge, it's priority.
It's power. Knowledge is everything, brother. It's really, really everything. And it starts with languages. It starts with learning how to speak, how to communicate. I moved when I was 8 years old to Albania, from Albania to Belgium.
Yeah.
And I only spoke Albanian, a little bit Italian, and then I had to learn Dutch. In this country, we speak Dutch, like the Netherlands.
Not French here?
No,
This area?
this area speaks Dutch.
Ah, I see.
Because this country is split in two.
Yeah.
It has a French side and a Dutch side.
Yes, yes.
But then I went into theater, and then I had to learn French. Why? Because I had to understand what was being said. I had to learn. It was amazing people talking, and I didn't understand. Do you know how that feels? It's like it doesn't make me feel confident at that moment because I'm not at my place. I don't understand the language. And then English. If you're about hip hop, you gotta learn English.
Yeah.
And because that's where it was born. In New York, the Bronx, they speak English. Because then you understand the music better, the lyrics better.
Yeah.
You understand the knowledge better, the interviews better, all of that. And it's great work what you do right now. You're translating it for them and so that they understand. But then it's different if you understand it yourself. And even me, I'm not a native English speaker. I do speak English at home now with my family, kids and wife. So I always say as well, it starts with language, you know. And luckily, dance, breaking being a body language thing, it crosses
All the barriers.
all the barriers. But then when you hear music, rap music, yeah, I understand 4 languages. So all these rappers in these 4 languages, I love, you know?
Yeah.
But then when I go beyond, I'm like, oh yeah, I feel it, but I don't understand it. So it's about understanding, you know? If you would let me hear a track from Taiwan right now, I would be like, ooh, okay, interesting. I feel the rhythm, the music, but the lyrics, I'm like, okay, I'm missing it out. So imagine I'm battling against you, but you do understand the lyrics and I don't. Who's more in an advantage in the battle, me or you?
Yeah, definitely native speakers.
Of course.
Yeah.
So that's why Americans, you know, like they were always a step ahead because it started there, of course, it's a logic.
Yeah.
But then it moved on, it became something globally, and English speaking these days is something that more people can. So it made it more a culture which is worldly, you know, which more people understand. If you put the Wu-Tang track now today, everybody will feel it, you know.
Yeah.
It's a classic in every country's head. It's very important though. Wherever you go, if you go to Japan, Japan has a rich history. Asia has a rich history. Of course, if you go to China, if you go to Taiwan, the more you understand the language or the culture there, the more roots or understanding you'll get out of there.
Yes.
If I want to learn Kung Fu tomorrow, well, I better learn to speak because I want to understand what's being explained to me or what's being said, even though I see the movements. But it's not that, it's the philosophy as well behind it.
Yeah, indeed.
The philosophy behind the culture, the movement, why it started. There is so much reflection, there is so much shared through conversations, through talks, through interviews, through music, through raps, through lyrics. And I wish more, because I do believe a lot of knowledge got lost. I do believe that as well. That's why I'm a digger, you know?
It's kind of like endless process, but it's worth to doing this.
Oh yeah.
Keeping digging this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It's
we're
endless.
always students. Yeah.
Same with music, you know?
Yeah.
It's endless.
Yeah.
All the DJs that I know, and they're all really good friends now worldwide, all the breaking DJs, they still dig.
Yeah.
They still go to finals. I know Flag was in Macedonia. He sent me this picture of like this weird cage opening and there was vinyl and he was digging there. Why? Because probably there is music he never heard or he never touched before. So, you know, in the world out there, there is knowledge, there's music, there is so much that is still out there. Go get it. It's up to us to go get it, you know? And I respect you, you're doing it too. And I do the same, you know, I do the same.
Yeah.
If I get the chance to speak with somebody, I'm gonna like go do it because I know what will come out of it for me. Truly inspiration, you know, truly sparks like, oh yeah. Like in this room, I had a talk with Roxrite, I had a talk with Mr. Wiggles, being in a different, on the other side, being the interviewer. Most of the time I was like, wow, this, thank you for reminding me, you know? Okay, this I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. And then I move on with my daily life, whatever I'm doing, creating, building, hosting, coaching, teaching, organizing. I then implement it because I got taught by somebody who truly lived it before me, who has a stronger understanding of what we do. This is the responsibility we all have to go dig, understand, document what you're doing now. You know, not a lot of people have the opportunity to travel.
Yes.
But I do believe traveling is the key. Through traveling and connecting with people and not being scared to approach somebody. Of course, you got to do it at the right timing, at the right moment. But in this culture, everybody got time. And if they don't have time, fine, there's so many other people, you know. So you will always find a moment to connect. But it has to come from you. It has to be you who takes the step forward, who goes to seek, who goes to dig. And it's not always about sharing. Everybody has knowledge these days, I understand. A lot of people have knowledge, not everybody. A lot of people have knowledge. And everybody wants to also to put out there what they've learned as quick as possible, which is nice. But still, remain a student no matter how big or how huge or how old or whatever. Because then vice versa as well, you know. If you're an OG, still, it's your duty to still learn from who, from what, from the youth. Because youth is that future.
Yes.
It's they're doing it now. Okay, you might be the person who started it all, and you might be the one who was there when the first stones were put. But now once the building is there, the youth wants to maybe renovate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wants to maybe break down the building and build a whole new building.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time, maybe not, you know. That's why you have these generations. Needs a bridge or a translation between generations, because the newer generation sometimes is also in their own living world.
Yeah.
Which is fine as well, you know, which is good. There's nothing wrong with that. It just always, and to me, I like to be a bridge between that, because I kind of connect with the new generation. I'm relevant in the new scene, in the new generation that we live in today. But as well, I've always been more connected with the culture, with the scene, with the OGs, with the trying to really pass on that, because I truly believe it's important. But then again, the youth is the youth, you know, they're gonna play.
Yes.
They're gonna have fun because they're really expressing themselves. They have the energy, they have the
passionate.
They have the vitality. That's their world now, you know.
Yeah.
Because breaking is for kids.
Yeah.
And I always
This is
say,
how it starts.
Yeah, how it started.
Yeah.
And I always say that's why I will stay as long as possible as I can a kid. You know, I will try to keep that kid alive within me. Because as long as I keep that kid alive within me, I will keep on having fun with this and keep learning, you know.
How will you introduce like IBE and Outbreak? What's the difference between these two major events to recommend for people that never come to these two events?
Yeah.
What's the differences?
Both to me are really incredible festivals. I like to call them festivals, not jams or events, because they have become bigger than a jam or bigger than a festival. IBE is even more of a festival because it's about music, culture, people, and there's a clearly diverse of people there. It's not only about breaking. If you're a really true B-boy and you want to go to a really breaking event, it's like, yeah, then Outbreak is the place to be. But if you want to experience more than just breaking, then you should go to the Notorious IBE because it's really wider than that. You walk through the city and there's different stages, there's different programming. There's like 6-7 ciphers, and all the ciphers have their own programming. It's like
it was packed.
It was packed. There's so many jams in one event, you know.
It's hard to pick, you know. Like I didn't. There's so many programs happening at the same time. I would like to go, but you have to choose one.
Choose, yeah.
It's pretty hard. So it's worth it to come here every year. You can choose the different. Like last year, we are really mainly focused on breaking categories.
Yeah.
But this year, like most, like people have experience from last year. We choose like
different things
to do, to see, to watch, or to attend it. So yeah, so you couldn't like explore everything at the same time. Not like Outbreak it, because
I think if you take 10 people out of the Notorious IBE and you ask them their journey throughout the program, it's funny because you will have different experiences out of these people.
Yes.
That's what I like. That's what I love. So this is what's really dope about IBE, that me and you probably on Friday we totally did something else. On Saturday we did something else, and on Sunday we did something else. But here and there we crossed our paths, you know. It's a choice, you know. Everybody get to choose. And this is actually dope. You can go to the party if you want to, or you cannot. Especially this year, man, it really left a mark for me. I was really impressed. I was like, wow, okay, this is the level. And this is the culture represented in all kinds of ways, all kinds of ciphers. Competition, to concrete, to rocking, to flip-flops. Shout out to Pelazinho and Streetopia for doing it, because that vibe was crazy too.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw it.
I was there.
It was just fun, you know, so much fun. You have the breaking games, there's more cipher for the kids. Then you have the OGs, the Titans, the cipher of the Titans. You have panel talks, you have discussions, you have films. Again, so many parties. You have the food court where everybody chills and hangs out. You have the Undisputed, which is a huge one-on-one competitions which travel the world. So see, there's so much going on during that weekend, which I truly believe is the place to be. And there's only one IBE.
Yeah.
And then the Legends Blast is, you win the Legends Blast, it's a big deal, you know. Outbreak Europe is a big deal because everybody is there, the biggest level is there.
The biggest level. So we cannot compare it to even, because I just heard people are comparing, but it's totally different.
Totally different. Yeah.
If
totally
you just
different.
like only breaking, then you go to the Outbreak Europe. It's
but if you're about the culture, I mean, not that Outbreak or the Legends Blast is not about the culture, but it's more core. You know what I mean? It's more core. It's more like breaking core.
Yeah.
It's really, really a lot of breaking happening.
Yes.
During that weekend. That is sometimes so much breaking that it's overwhelmingly breaking.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for me, that's well, like, I feel like it's a bit burned out, like, for me. I really love watch breaking, but 3 days in a row, whole day.
Yeah.
A bit too much for me, but I still love it. I definitely will go for the next. Yeah, I love it.
And it's an amazing, because as well at Outbreak you have chilling zones outside. You can chill, you can hang out, you can really enjoy the festival. There's a great parties as well there.
Yeah.
I love as well at Outbreak, I love the first day as well. This year it didn't happen because it was raining. We had to go inside, but normally you come and there's in the city center, at the main square, everybody chills, everybody hangs out. It's really incredible.
Yes.
I like that kickoff of the festival, that it's outdoor, everybody comes, arrives. There's the 7 to drink, there's the footworks, there's the top rocks battles outdoor. And This is nice. But it's really, like I said, it's for the core. If you're about breaking, and if you're serious about it, then Outbreak is the place to be. If you want to test yourself, whether it's in the cypher or whether it's in 2-on-2, 1-on-1, rep your country, which is one of my favorite concepts, to be honest, because you can come there with, for example, Taiwan was there. You guys entered with Taiwan. You represented very well, very dopely. You were in the top 8 or semifinals?
Yeah, I think top 8.
Top 8, right?
Yes.
You won against Belgium.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
lost to France.
France,
if I
yeah.
remember. Yeah, but it wasn't bad, but I just.
But this is fun because this concept to me always brings kind of people from the country together.
Yeah.
You know, I've felt years where Belgium was there and there were some, I would say, clashes or discussions or, you know, different perspectives or different, let's say, approaches to breaking. And in the end, ended up being in the same team and battling together. And it kind of connected, it glued the connection and it made, you know, and this is dope. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that part. You know, even though I love the part where I like some clashes as well, because that's what brings the level higher. But as long as it stays respectful, everybody's part of it from a different point of view, from a different background, from a different culture, different country. But somehow this culture, this breaking thing, this hip-hop culture unites us all, you know? You're from Taiwan, I'm from Belgium, we're connected, we're here. You know, we respect each other, we talk, we have a conversation about this. This is great to me, I love this.
Yeah, it's
like,
beautiful.
This is incredible. And even in the world where it's going today, it's tough, you know, to see what's going on with all the wars and everything. I don't like to close my eyes to what happens, but hip-hop is kind of healing, you know? Hip-hop kind of saves lives, you know? Saves minds. It's a free therapy, because you can go to a therapist and talk with a therapist, but breaking actually does it. The practice does it. To go to the room, be with others, music, does good things. Gives you messages, teaches you things, and then you translate it into movement. It's healthy for the mind, for the body, for the spirit. Let's keep the scene, the culture healthy. Less division. Even though it's fine to have different perspectives on things, we don't have to agree on everything. If we would be, I would think, what the fuck? No, we cannot agree on everything. We should disagree. We should have discussions, strong discussions, fine. We should be able to criticize and be criticized. Sometimes when I'm being criticized by people, by peers, by friends, by the community, it's very important, man. It's very important to have a healthy scene and that the youth can grow out of it, but as well that the female scene as well can be safe as well. It's very important. It's important to have that safe space for everybody, whether you're a kid, a grown-up, whether you have struggles mentally, whether you have struggles to overcome whatever you're overcoming in your life, losses, necessary losses, you know, whether you're going through an injury, a burnout or whatever. It's fine to talk about it. This place of hip-hop culture should be a safe place for that as well, you know.
Let's talk about organizing an event. And you also work with 20 years anniversary Unbreakable in Belgium.
Yes.
So yeah, I think it's pretty dope, like seeing you are organize a lot of dope events. So what's most important as an organizer? How to keep the culture and also like highest level?
So yeah, there's levels in it, of course, you know. You can create a jam without money, a small jam, local jam. You can have your friends judging it, your friend DJing it. You can host it yourself. You just make a flyer quick on the internet. People show up. You have a venue. We can have it here. It's for free. Back in the days, I used to say, whoever had a garage and he invited people to come to the garage and session, well, he was already an organizer. He already created a jam or had the music and invited everybody to go to the park or outside and just jam while he was already an organizer. But then these days, things have evolved and have got into levels where sponsors are involved, where stakeholders are involved, where different people are involved. So it makes it more complex because you have to answer different questions. You have to kind of have different perspectives. So it's of course, in the end, my goal as an organizer in this phase is about the vision. It's about the direction, because events do educate the scene. So it's about really, really defending the culture. So that's my role a bit within my team. And then I have my partner and other partners in my crew who do different things. And we have a different partner organization who's more with the sponsors, and they get in the money. Because of course, to organize an event, a big event like Unbreakable or IBE or Outbreak, it really costs a lot of money. Just to understand, to have a sound system, we're not talking about 1,000 euro. Sometimes it can really easily go to 10K, or have lighting, or have just a setup so that people can sit and watch, or build a floor. It's not cheap. And people, really breakers, should understand that. What's being built for you, it's being built for you so that you can shine and bring your best self on that floor. So just when you go to an event, just look around a bit sometimes and be aware of like, wow, okay, this is really built just for this. For example, Unbreakable is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They start building on Tuesday, and it takes 3 days of building, and then when the event is over, everything is gone. There's a lot of work and effort. Like I said before, what's the level? What's the direction you want? You want a small jam? You want a big jam? You want both? Fine. So what's the goal with it? What's the vision? What's the direction? Because a big event is important for each country, to keep the level alive, to keep the platform, to educate the youth, to bring the best of the world to your country so that your youth can witness it. They can see them live in front of their eyes. They see what's going on, how a battle looks like, how a crew battle looks like, how a one-on-one B-girl, B-boy looks like, the judges, DJs. So it's that. Organizers as well educates, because educates through picking the DJs, picking the judges, because the judges decide who wins, who loses, especially in a competition format. So it's a tough job, but I like small jams.
Yeah.
I like organizing small jams and being free and independent from all the fundings. There's a lot of energy that's being put into it, and the outcome from it is not much. Because people, the scene, sometimes they think it's normal that organizers just organize things, It's not, It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of energy to organize things. And I've been understanding this more and more. And there should be a place for everything and everybody to express themselves. But it comes down to education.
Yeah.
Educate yourself first before you take crazy actions. Because, it's very important to do things right, smooth, and that it still speaks culture, speaks hip-hop. And even still, though it's a niche, breaking culture is a niche, it's small compared to football or compared to other sports or other disciplines in the world. Feels like we're doing good. And there's space for progress. And I hope we all can do better in the near future. And I do believe we are in a golden era. Like, we're back in a golden era.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah.
It's a dope time to be part of this. So shout out and respect to everybody who puts in the work, no matter where you are, coaches, teachers, mentors, hosts, MCs, DJs, breakers, B-boys, B-girls, organizers, anybody who tries to put this culture up front and dedicates their time and energy to make it better. Well, salute you.
Yes. So what do you think is the most important as an MC? And any advice? Recent years, we can see you are hosting whether jams or major events, and we can see you. And I think you brought a lot of great energy. You also educate the people during the competition or jams. I think that's really important, in my opinion, as an MC. So for you, what's the duty as an MC?
When you got the mic, you have a lot of power. So it's a huge responsibility. It's like, boom, microphone. It's like you can say bullshit on it, you know? Or you can say powerful words on it, or you can empower somebody, or you can break somebody through that. So it's a huge responsibility as a MC to be able to hold the mic right, you know, and be able to speak correctly in it. But as an MC, for me, when I host for events, there's a director, there's an organizer who tells me, gives me a timetable, gives me a rundown timetable. Look, we start at this time, we gotta finish by this time, make sure this, that. So I have a responsibility there. So to make sure the event starts on time and ends on time, and that the show is not about me, but it's about me gluing everything together. For me as an MC, my DJ is one of the most important. Whenever I host, I make sure I'm connected with the DJ. That's why lately all the DJs are really becoming my friends, because I do connect with them truly. DJ Kung Fu, Nobunaga, One Up, Flag, you know, all of these DJs that I've worked with, I really try to really understand them, and vice versa, you know, so that there is a, you know, a kind of connection. But as well as an MC, you gotta know, you gotta understand the culture, you gotta understand really who's who, what their names are and what they represent. You can't know everybody, but you gotta know 80% of the scene to be able to do a good job. If you know 50, it's risky, because then you really not know the majority of what's going down or what they're able to do. You gotta understand everything in the room. You gotta read people, you gotta read the crowd, feel the crowd. You gotta understand the lighting, you gotta understand the sound, you gotta do a good sound check. You gotta understand the format, what's going on, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, crew, how many rounds, how many minutes. You gotta know the judges. You gotta feel the tension in the room, or you gotta feel when it's really going loose. Guide everything into the right positive final positive ending. Make sure everybody had a good time and enjoyed it. An MC can break it or make it, can break an event or make an event, you know. It's really, really the truth. And so can a DJ, you know, because music is first, music is the most important. If the music is good, if my DJ feels good, if the sound feels good, I'm feeling good. If I feel good, the dancers will feel good. If the dancers feel good, the MC feels good, the DJ feels good. At some point, the crowd is going to feel good too. I don't even have to ask how you're feeling. It's just, you know.
It comes naturally.
It comes natural, yeah. So most important is the MC gotta understand all the layers, everything. Gotta be able to really see it all. Don't miss anything. So it's like you're the center of everything, but you are not the center of attention, you know? It's not about you. It's never about me. In the end of the day, some people might have had the best time at an event, but they don't even know why. Maybe it was the DJ, but they don't even know it was the DJ. They think it's the dancer.
Yes.
But no, like I said before, it's the stars that align. If the DJ is good, if the MC is doing his job, if the dancers feel good, if the crowd is connected, if the lighting, sound, everything is aligned, you get this magical moment, which we like to say, wow, what was that?
Yes.
I look for these moments when I host. I try to like really find, you know, when I feel the crowd is low energy, I try to find a way, because the music is good, why is the crowd so low? So I try to kind of connect that, say, look, man, can't you feel the music? Don't you like it? And then everybody, no, actually I like it. and then they open their ears and they kind of connect. So, but then again, I'm still learning, and I'm really grateful to have mentors like Mario B, like Amjad, like Ivan, really sharing knowledge with me, and each of them different knowledge, different perspectives, but I all soak it in, take it in, and I just feel like I want to grow still and reinvent myself into it.
Yes.
And be part of the scene as much as I can, because yeah, man, I don't believe I'll be forever on the mic. Whatever comes next, but as long as I'm on this wave, I'm gonna surf it and I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really having fun doing it. When I stop having fun doing it, then I'll not do it, even though if it pays me. It's how I've always been. Like, I change things quick, I need to have fun doing it, because when I have fun, I mentally become free from whatever, and if it pays my bills, fine, but if it doesn't, also fine, because I love doing it. So to all the MCs out there, man, yeah, it's a huge responsibility. Make sure you pronounce right, make sure you work on your voice, make sure you learn how to keep your voice on for longer. This is very important, You need to work on it as a real craft. It takes time to practice the skill, the art form, how to connect words and when to say what and what to say so that it flows, so that it feels like effortless. So when people hear you, they're like, oh, whoa, that was so easy. Why is that so easy?
Yeah.
Because we put the work into it,
Yeah, I can tell you made a lot of effort, because you also show me your notes on your phone,
Yeah.
like you are
Man,
writing
yeah.
a lot of like you're about the MC, like everything. That's too long. But I remember last year you showed me like
I still got it.
I was like, what?
My MC signatures. Yeah, when I introduce my DJs, like I have different ways, I like to call them the sound providers, the source of our dance, the most important element, the music, behind the ones and twos. Sometimes I say behind the wheels of steels, behind them techniques, if it's really techniques, And also, what I like to say, for example, is this won't last forever, so it comes to an end. So be here, be present in the moment. Let's enjoy it, Have fun. Be here. It's gonna pass in a flash, I'm 35 now. I remember 20 years ago. It's like yesterday, you know what I mean? It's like, wow,
Yeah,
it goes too
flies.
quick.
Yeah.
And then I have signatures like, don't stop, get it, like things like I like to throw
Yeah.
when I feel it, when the music is nice. It's like little signatures, little rhymes. When nobody wants to start, don't let it get cold. I like to say this phrase, like keep it on, don't wait too long. It's good to have these kind of signatures and evolve within it, because that gives you also your style. Like Ivan has, for example, take your time, but hurry up, When nobody shows up, take your time, but hurry up.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, much respect. So I think that's really important. Like people like you are already host the biggest event in the world. You got a lot of experience, but you still like do your homework. So I think that's really important, and it's really good model for like even DJ, MC, like even you are already in a certain position, but you still have to learn. You have still keep involved and educate yourself.
Yeah, brother, for real. It never stops, it never ends. We're not who we were 10 years ago. We're not even the person we were yesterday.
Yeah.
It's about what we do today, right now. This is how I live by, And I'm not saying everything you did is not part of you today, or you shouldn't give it attention, because sometimes we got to look back into history, what happened, to be able to deblock certain things in our life. But I do believe everything is in front of us and can change by taking the right actions, the right steps. So stay relevant, stay active, do things. for the better, for yourself, for the others. Take care of one another around you.
Last but not least.
And last but not least,
What
you got for me?
It's classic.
The classic.
Hip hop in one word.
Oh my goodness. What did I say last time? Now that we're here.
Yeah, it's gonna be different. But I remember last year you told me. I would like to hear from you right now, but then I will tell you what you told me about last year. For this moment.
In one word right now, is really truly being. Yeah. Being. I like that.
Being.
Lately, just being.
Just being.
Yeah. And this is great. But then again, hip hop in one word, we can go to the room, maybe you can film.
Yes.
Finish it.
Yes.
Film the room, what other people wrote.
I also check it, like 7 years I left, the word, it still exists. It was dope.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. You want to see it? Oh, brother, first of all, thank you.
No. Thank you, my brother.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll show you what hip hop in one word is.
Yes, check it out.
You filming?
Yes.
This is Mr. Wiggles.
Yes, Mr. Wiggle.
Yeah. He came over. He did a piece here.
Nice one. So now here is.
Together we stand. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to the whole 9,000 Styles. This is our home of hip hop. This is Street Facts. This was a jam that I did during the Quinta Festa. This is Karim Barouche, Actual Force. Rest in peace, my brother. It's an amazing this is the French touch, which I was talking before. Actual Force, legendary. Look it up.
Yeah, rest in peace.
This is a picture of hip hop in one word when there were no words around it. It was only truth, unity, culture. This is a jam in our
room.
Yeah. Let's see if there's lights.
Yo.
Woo.
All the posters.
These were all the posters that I collected, and I had them, and then at some points this room was a bit empty. So we decided when this building opened, I decided to take all the posters and bring them here. But yeah, there should be more posters. We need a wall to fix it.
Nice one.
So you ready for the hip hop in one word?
Yeah, check it out, guys.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is so many amazing names that been here though. You have Mr. Wiggles. We've had Shiggy Kicks in here. We have had Abstract. We've had so many amazing names. Paul One been here. It's incredible, man. And this is all different words. People, I see liberation. Hip hop is liberation. Hip hop is just love. Hip hop is what else? Constancia. Hip hop is light. Anything, man, whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. And I found mine.
Is it yours? Is still in there?
Yeah.
You need to put a new one, brother.
Bro, I even say lifestyle, and I even leave my name. I feel like so dumb.
Come on. You need. I'll give you a tag. You need to put a new one, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see. You need to put a new one, bro. Yeah, it's chaos. It's all good. So, we're gonna put some tags, right? But you gotta leave a new one, brother. This one I put today. Mind your steps. Mind your steps.
Mind your step, mind the break.
Choose one, bro.
Yeah, got it. This black one?
This is the black one, I think, yeah.
Yeah, the black one's great.
Choose a good space, bro. Somewhere where nobody touches.
What about here?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Heel.
Heel.
Ooh. Dope. Dope.
Nice.
I'm gonna put the new one that I said B.
Yeah.
B. Now wait a second.
And this spot, it's a studio, the practice room, session room of the Together We Stand. Yeah.
Shout out to Baska and Motor One. Check the name is on there in the corner. And I love these people. They showed up. They came with the van. They brought everything and they put all. They made it. They transformed the building into hip hop in one day, in one night actually, through the whole night. Fuck it. Let me see if I'm too short, man. I'm like a shorty. Bam.
Good, bro.
Hip hop in one word. One B. Being. Yeah, man. It's all about being. Be yourself. Do your thing. Do what you gotta do. And make sure you leave a mark behind.
Yeah.
Wherever you go.
So let's big shout out to B-Boy Admir. Thank you.
Shout out to you, my brother.
Have with me like doing this dopest interview. I think this is gonna be our first episode of Mind the Break. So I'm looking forward.
Peace, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Brother.